you start out. So we're going to talk about okay, we'll talk about the SLOs.
Okay, SLOs, we really, today was the deadline to get them graded, and you're grading them in the media center with Ms. Brantley and so forth. But apparently a lot of people haven't got finished, and so I've had several email me. But I've got to get these SLO tests back to the board office, and they're going to cut the window off. Now, you're not able to get them in Infinite Campus yet, and the reason that Infinite Campus isn't set up is because everybody has not responded to me. I sent out an email, and in my email, I put a link, and you were supposed to put your name, your 2 class periods that you were going to be given an SLO, and then you were going to put your course number on there. I have not gotten that from everybody, guys. I mean, probably half the people have turned it in, and so, go ahead.
Infinite Campus course number. I look at Infinite Campus, but I don't know where to identify.
When you go into your grade book, when you go to put a grade in, up top, you have to click the drop-down menu to pick your class period.
Okay.
And when you pick your class period, right next to it, it has your course number.
It's also on your, if you print out those blank rosters.
Yes, it's up at the top.
At the top.
Yeah, it's at the top too. But I've got to turn that in, and guys, I don't know what class periods you're giving your SLO. Not being ugly, but I just don't know. And so if I don't have anything for you to turn in, then you're just not going to have it set up in Infinite Campus. And you know how they are. When they shut it down, it's shut down. And then they have to stop and reopen it up just for you to put grades in, okay? But I can only turn in what I have. So I need everybody, and if someone's not in here, please tell your department to please fill out that spreadsheet so I can get them a section. Because Karen Wright is not going in because, guys, she can't just create a section for SLO. She has to go in, Marcy Robinson, period 1, create a slot for SLO. Marcy Robinson, period 2, create a slot. And she's not doing it. It takes a long time to do it. And they're not doing a generic for everybody, every class. It's only the 2 classes you're given, okay? So please get, and I know SLOs have been in there with Ms. Brantley, and please do not come after 3:30. It says on the email, 3:30, she leaves at 3:45. If you need to grade it, come to me. I'll sit in there. I stayed yesterday pretty late till almost 6 o'clock, people grading. Do that, but don't stay in there with her because she's helping us out by letting you come in there and grade during planning and stuff. But we just really got to get these wrapped up like fast. So I just don't want to, once it's over, I'm just going to turn them in, and I don't want somebody to be left hanging, okay? So just try to get on it and get them finished and graded, and answer the email with the course numbers, or else I'm not going to have a section for you to put it in. Okay? That's it.
All right. Department chairs, we do these faculty meetings in the mornings, so we can save our afternoon stuff. But just remind your people, if they're not here, to watch the video, because this is some important information, and the reason we start videotaping them is because we got so many people going in so many different places that they can still get the information, but they have to watch the videos. If I get a chronic person that chronically is not watching the video, then what I'm gonna do is hold them after school, and then we can sit in here and watch the video together. And I don't leave here until about 6:30, 7 o'clock anyway. So please tell them, if I got a chronic person that we got to keep reminding to watch the video, then I'll sit in here and hold their hands and we can watch the video. Because what'll happen is something will come down, or we'll miss a deadline, and the first thing we say is, I didn't know. So please remind them, if they can't come to these meetings, we videotape mostly all of them, so they shouldn't be, and these are short. These are 30 minutes, and we're out of here because of the bell. All right, I'm gonna ask you all, I know that the right side hallway was you just heard announcements, we really didn't talk about it. Now we're gonna talk about it. The purpose of asking the kids to walk down the right side hallway is because they're running into each other. We got corners, and they're coming, and they're just, it's a safety thing. We got them just running into each other, and I was actually having a conversation, Mr. Martin and I were talking about it, and he was talking about when he was in high school, they walked down the right side of the hallway, and it just kind of made sense. Because I'm telling you, they turn the corner and just boy into girl, boy into boy, and they just hitting each other and bumping heads and all of that. So they're not quite used to it. I mean, we're still, so we need you all to help us as you stand there to ask those students to walk down the right side of the hallways. I'm trying to give them a grace period, and then we'll start pulling them over and getting them we'll start pulling them over and reminding the ones that just refuse to do it. But I'm just trying to keep reminding them, if you all can help us with that, we certainly would appreciate that. In our advisory team, I know that yesterday we had our briefing, so I know your department chairs didn't really get to go over what we talked about in advisory team, but that too is recorded. But we talked about our 7 SMART goals, which I'm gonna send in our school improvement plan, which I'll send that out to the department chairs, so you can go over our SMART goals that is part of our school improvement plan. I need your codes for, if you haven't sent them, I sent an email to those of you who have not sent me the codes for Schoology. We have to complete our first walkthrough by the end of this month. So we'll start those walkthroughs, and we have to be done, at least our first one, by the end of September. So if you have not sent me your Schoology codes, please do that for your courses. You know, we know that formative assessments are hot and heavy. We do our debriefing sessions. After yesterday, they're starting to get better. Just remember, you need to do your assessment, some type of formative assessment daily to check on that day's learning and to see where these students are at. So I do appreciate, because those briefings are starting to get better and better and better. So we do appreciate that. We still have that 10-minute bell as a reminder. That is not an indication to pack up. You know, that's not, if you start telling kids to pack up, then that's what they're gonna do. That's just a reminder for you, okay, it's 10 minutes left. We need to start thinking about how we're gonna do our closing or whatever our assessment is. We talked about SLOs. Are there any concerns or anything that we need to discuss as a faculty? Okay, good. I'm gonna do one activity. I did it with one department, but I want to do it with the whole faculty. I call it the circle activity. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a circle. And who's a good speller in here? Anybody? Jim, you a good speller?
You can't read it.
Who's a good speller? Don't mind, come up here writing.
I don't know if I'm a good speller.
That's all right, we get it. All right, what I want us to do is call out things that's, what we're gonna do is right outside of this circle. We're going to call out things that's beyond our control. Okay, and as they call them out, you'll write them up.
Anywhere outside?
Yeah, anywhere outside the circle. Things that's beyond our control.
Budget.
Budget.
Attendance.
Attendance. Anything else? Things that's outside our control.
Student home life.
Student home life. Thank you. Anything else?
State
Come on.
mandates.
What'd you say?
State mandates.
State mandates.
Board of Education.
DOE. T's. Right.
SLOs.
SLOs.
Actually, no.
Well, those are.
Actually, no.
Well, I guess they have to do it.
Milestones.
Yeah, SLO milestones. Anything else?
Parents' actions.
What is it?
Parents' actions.
Parents' actions. Parents.
Or parent interaction, yes.
Interaction,
Interaction,
yeah.
yeah.
Actions or no action.
Or parental bond.
Yeah. Anything else? Some of those things that
attitude.
Our attitude. What else can we control?
Classroom discipline.
Classroom discipline or management? What else can we control? That's it? Our lessons, right? Lessons.
Student success.
Student success,
Your expectations.
expectations. Anything else? Things that we can control. Come on. That's it. Attitudes, classroom management, our lessons, student success, our expectations. Anything else? Anything, how about, can we control changes? Can control change. We had change. That's probably one thing that's constant up there. Things are gonna change. You can count on that. Okay, thank you. Okay, these things is outside of this circle. Things that we have no control over. Things that come down from the BOEs, state mandates, T's, parents, whether they act or not. Of course, the budget, student attendance, student home life, and with our demographics, there's a lot of, just found out yesterday, we got a student that's on her second child, and her younger sister goes here. Students on her second child, her younger sister is in 9th grade here. Their home has just been deemed uninhabitable. So they're over at the Days Inn and don't know who's going to pay for it. They thought DFACS was paying for it. DFACS said, no, they're not paying for it. So Ms. Ramsey is running around now trying to get that situation taken care of. Those are the type of barriers that we have no control over. SLOs and milestones and change, period. And in our demographic, those are the type of things that we have. And y'all always hear me talk about, we don't know what these kids are going through. We don't know the different things that they have to deal with at home. That's why when they come to school, we need to be careful how we talk to them, how we speak to them. I always give the example of with Mr. Ferris and the young lady who was contemplating suicide. But if we worry about, or we stress over these things right here, that's where the feelings of overwhelmness and the feelings of just wanting to take it to the house because we're concerned about things that we have no control over, okay? We need to concern ourselves with things that we do have control over. When you start getting stressed and overwhelmed because of something the state said we had to do, or something that comes down from the Board of Education, or something, or a change which is constant in this profession. We start worrying about this stuff, that's where this stuff, it almost becomes unbearable. That's where you get stressed out. So what I want to ask you to do is when this stuff starts entering your mind, just draw yourself a little circle. And just remember, I have no control over this. If we start talking about things that we have no control over, and you see me do that right there, I'm just reminding you that you're stressing about something that we have no control over. This is where our focus needs to be. And I know it's some other things that we can add in this circle that we have control over. There's a young man that I'm going to talk to his teachers. He's one of our students. He's been to River Edge. He's a 9th grader. He's been to River Edge, which is one of those counseling, mental, where you get to counseling and it's a full-time residence type stuff. And it's another one. He's been to 2 of those. And he's got a lot of emotional challenges, and he just doesn't take well to sarcasm or any type of what he deems as disrespect. From a discipline standpoint, I deal with him only. I deal with him directly. But when I'm dealing with him, I'm talking to him like I'm talking to y'all. You know, he doesn't get out of anything, and I try to talk to him about how could he have done these things differently. But as a teacher, if we come at him hard, then he's gonna come back. And we're not supposed to really come hard at no students anyway. And we need to definitely remember that we need to treat these kids with respect, because yelling at them, that's what most of them get at home. And disrespect, that's what most of them get at home. School is supposed to be a place where they can come, and the one place where they get fed, they have structure in their life, they have discipline in their life, and they have respect. So we can't be yelling, and I know some of them, push our buttons and get us, upset, but we have to remember that they're somebody else's child, and that these people are sending us the best child that they have. So when we talk to them, we want to speak to them like we would want somebody to speak to our own children. Notice I said like we would want somebody, not how we speak to our children. Because sometimes our children get upset and we'll say things to our own children because we're upset, but that's our children. But how we would like a stranger or someone else to speak to our child. Because I know those of us that have children, nieces, nephews, cousins, if a stranger walked up and yelled at their child or said something disrespectful, you're ready to jump in. Well, it's no different just because we're teachers and principals and administration and stuff like that. So just to remind you, but I just wanted to do this little exercise because a lot of these things are what stresses us out. A lot of, when you talk about milestone scores or SLO scores or any type of measurement that's brought down either from the state or from the BOE that affects my evaluation, my leaks or your TEKS, we just have to do it. We just have to do it. And if we stress about it or we can't get our minds wrapped around it, then it's going to be difficult because you're fighting yourself inside yourself. And we're just going to do what we have to do to successfully achieve any of these mandates. Doc was here, and some of y'all heard her give her spiel about the Opportunity School District. You probably heard it on the news. That's full steam ahead. Matter of fact, somewhere in Macon, either tonight or last night, they had some type of forum talking about the Opportunity School District, where Doc was talking about all the things that's kind of hidden in it, and what you need to watch out for. These people are pushing it.
There was a commercial this morning on WMAZ that was
right. So you've got that going on, but I'm gonna tell you, these people that's not educators, and y'all see the way that thing was written, and they put basically, do you want to fail in school? When you pass this bill to help fail in schools, most non-educators are probably gonna put yes. Most non-educators are probably gonna put yes. Okay? So those are things that we have no control over. All right? So just try to, I know we get frustrated, and I know that we, I need to find something else to do, or things like that. But this is the way it is, and these are the things that we have to deal with in this profession, and we're gonna try to stay focused on these things, especially that one right there. Because our attitudes and our expectations are critical. Because how I look at a student is how I'm going to treat them. Okay, it don't matter. How I look at a child is how I'm going to treat them. So if I look at a child and me as an instructor, I have low expectations for that child, then that's how I'm going to treat them, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. So we always need to have high expectations, and we always need to adjust our attitudes. All right? Listen, thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do. I want to say congratulations again to Doctor over here. She's a 1%er now. 1% of the population have doctoral degrees. And y'all know that is a great accomplishment. So let me just encourage you. Let me just always remind you that I know sometimes you're not always happy with me, but I'm always here for you. And you know my door is always open to you. So y'all have a great day. Thank you.